Someone referred to the original sin that was committed in this country, the taking of land from the indigenous people of this country was the original sin. It caused divisions, hurt, and pain amongst our people. Now, what we need to do is to be aware of the fact that we are all called upon and enjoined to heal the divisions and the pain of the past. And this is a collective task. It's not a task of the African National Congress alone. It is our task as a nation. It belongs to all of us. Yes, Julius Malema is just as much your task as it is my task. Yes, Mmusi Maimane is just as your task as it is my task. Everybody, it is your task as well that we should address this issue. Another grave historical injustice that we need to correct is the economic inequality between men and women. It is a task that requires both a deliberate bias in economic policy towards the advancement of women and a fundamental shift in almost every aspect of social life. Yesterday, there was a concern raised about Black economic empowerment and affirmative action. There was a suggestion that young white people are excluded from jobs. They are also excluded from bursaries and opportunities based on the color of their skin. We must not ignore such concerns because they are being expressed, and we must not just dismiss them willy-nilly. No, must we just say they don't matter. We must engage with them and we must address them. That statement is not borne out by reality. The reality we know does not bear testimony to that. Data from the Statistics South Africa indicates that white young people still do better in development indicators such as education, employment, entrepreneurial opportunities, and well-being. Unemployment among Africans stands at 30% and just under 7% for white people. Big difference. Employment prospects still favor white young people as compared to their Black compatriots. They are still more likely to complete matric and progress to tertiary education than young Black children in our country. They are more likely to complete tertiary education and proceed into the labor market with better prospects. White South Africans, particularly men, still dominate at the senior levels of the economy. That cannot be denied, that cannot be disputed ever. On the matter, as this matter has been raised repeatedly here, on the matter of the composition of the cabinet, an announcement will be made by the President at the appropriate time. So don't go ahead of yourself. So don't go ahead of yourself. This matter will be addressed, and I can assure you, when it is addressed, it will be addressed very carefully without any noisy interventions that I am hearing on this left-hand side. Honorable members, we are building a nation where our greatest concern must be those in society who have the least, the poor, the unemployed. The most important people in this country are not those who walk the red carpet to Parliament, but those who spend their nights on the benches outside the gates of Parliament. They are the most important people. Indeed, a new dawn is upon us. I would characterize the debate as having been a most meaningful debate, even as members tended to differ even as others were way off, and even as others said slightly embarrassing things, the dignity of the House was maintained, and in a number of ways it was also restored. I see this House as a House that do not belong to us, members who sit here and debate. It belongs to our people. This is our people's house. This is our people's house because we were all sent here by our people to come and represent them.